All right, hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda back here once again on the Outlast trials, and in this video we are going to be finishing off my coverage of the weekly therapy number 39 event here, which is limited rigs on the psychosurgery difficulty. We're on the final trial, which is Crush the Toys, the one and only MK challenge in this weekly, a very unique setup we have here. So this should be a fun one to get out of the way. Of course, we're still just up against limited rig, which is the main one, meaning your rig does not recharge with time. You have to use rig rechargers, or maybe even the short circuit amp if you want to dabble with that, although it's not very good in my opinion. Increase threat 2, psychosurgery. There are 2 variators. I'm still rocking stun, lockbreaker, smash, and incognito. We got to get this done before the weekly resets. So I'm going to get this going here. Let's jump into the trial and see what we can do. And yeah, it should be a fun time. Crush the Toys, a trial that I have gotten more used to the more I've done it, and it can be pretty easy if you just bounce back and forth between the segments, in my opinion. Obviously be a little bit stealthy here at the beginning, since that guy does always come out in that same way, and we can grab our free rig recharger right from the first container there. You love to see that. Nice to see that you get this padlock door, because you can guaranteed lose Henrietta by going through that crawl space. However, this is the trial that I was actually referring to in Poison the Medicine, that I was going to show this kind of tech that I saw on Reddit that you can do. So basically, actually, I'll need to have one of the other boxes. Hold on, let's go ahead and listen up for Gooseberry's spawn here. Okay, she's there. B742, we go to the opposite side of her spawn to do the first box in that section. Oh, wait, what? Okay, I guess we're fine. I don't know what... That was weird sound effects, it seemed. B742, there it is. Okay, and Gooseberry is on her way here. Basically though, sorry, I'm trying to like listen for someone hearing me. What you can do, and it even helps for Gooseberry maybe, you just keep a box here and you can just close the door by holding the box. So if Henrietta was in B or C, I could just hold this box here and she would despawn. So it's a pretty cool little tech anytime you have a way that's only accessible through a single one of these gates. You can just hold an item next to it and nobody can come through. They're just stuck over there, and then that would include Henrietta. She would lose pathing on you and end up going back to the insertion gate. So a pretty cool little trick there that I saw on Reddit, and definitely worth keeping in mind. This trial in particular makes it quite easy, but I'm sure there's other places it could be used as well. D877. Particularly on part, the first part of Pervert the Futterman, where you could get trapped in a rather small area, potentially with Henrietta and Gooseberry, which did happen to me actually. You could use that same trick with the A segment box if you would like. This is annoying. Okay, we're just going to completely ditch this whole area and head to Sector C. But yeah, so for that reason, I would definitely recommend keeping a box that you know, you have completed alongside you, instead of throwing it immediately onto the conveyor, or not in the conveyor, into the compactor. That can definitely be a beneficial thing to have at your side. 652, I believe, was what we were looking for on this one. We did get our first poster as well, which is nice. Quite a lot of boxes in this room, but it seems we did not get the one we need. I have to check the other room here, and I may just use my rig here, I'm not gonna lie to you. And we actually got a weekly task for just disarming a trap with the sun rig. That's a surprising weekly task, to be honest. Usually they're much more arduous than that, or not much more sometimes, but still, that was one of the simplest ones I've seen. We'll play it safe there with that guy and try and make sure we definitely get our box as it comes through here, and make sure we avoid the pusher, depending what he does. Oh wow, okay, let's recharge.
There's nothing hers.
Okay, I don't know what she's gonna do actually. She's gonna walk straight at me. I mean, why wouldn't she?
Hiding from mother.
Jesus. Okay, hopefully we can get this on the conveyor and maybe even grab it on the other side. And we have the D box off of the conveyor, so that's good to know. We just have to get the E box now. And yeah, obviously we can just toss this one in since we have the B there. But obviously, like I said, we have this crawl space, which is good enough for the purpose of getting rid of Henrietta. But say we didn't have that, obviously, then we would be in a good spot regardless because of this little trick that I would definitely recommend for any of you out there who'd like to get rid of her if she's bugging you. E601. This one often requires a stun rig. Oh, but we got good timing on the giant walking way out into no man's land. So we... Oh, come on. Wow. So many early pull spawns. Alright, make sure they climb up so you don't get baited by some craziness. Wow. Okay, again, make sure they climb up. And it must be in this place here, and there it is. Alright, we'll use that so we can also take the time to grab the poster and hopefully still get this onto the conveyor. And yes, indeed. But can we get down the ramp? Ooh, that makes noise. Well, hopefully they don't check down this ramp. And we can still get the box. This one is rather annoyingly long, the path it takes. So it would be upsetting if we couldn't get it. Oh my god! Get away from me! Jesus. Okay. We successfully succeeded in avoiding that, but only just. I mean, had she noticed us just a moment sooner, we would have been in trouble, but now we can get that rig recharged as well, thanks to Andy Daddy Lockbreaker. The pitcher is back once again to ruin our day, and so is Gooseberry. Hopefully she turns around and goes back. Nice. She obeys my command, apparently. That's always a good sign. Although she could still be in the hallway, to be honest. I maybe will try and go for the double whammy here. Oh wow, he didn't see me because he was looking the other way. And we get the third poster, which, to be frank with you, I'd almost forgotten that we even needed to get the third poster, but we do have it there. And ideally we get both of these in one swift, clean operation, but given the mere presence of the pitcher, Oh, wow. Gooseberry. Oh, we can get a bonus poster, why not? Maybe this timing works out, maybe it doesn't. We're gonna try it. Pitcher went down the main hall, I think, from the sound. And at this point, I'll absolutely stun for this. Oh no, I did grab the right one. I got confused. Thought I was gonna get hit or psychosis there, but thankfully no. Sorry. I don't know what she'll do though. She did turn around and walk away. Wow, that's a nice little trick. You can even use it in the normal case of not even worrying about the Jaeger. That's cool. I'm glad I saw that on Reddit. Hope that you guys can use that to some good effect. And you could also, of course, use it maliciously to troll people and keep them locked inside the section. Although I would not advise on doing that. Let's run on over here. And guys, don't forget down below that video to, of course, smash the like button just like so. I would greatly appreciate it. And subscribe as well if you haven't already. Otherwise, you're going to be missing out on tons of Outlast Trials content that I've got coming in the near future. And yeah, it's just that easy. No real issues with that trial. Always one that's going to be mostly without big issues for me. I mean, it's generally pretty easy. Probably the worst part of it would be section C without prescriptions or something, but with not too many difficult variators on, we were able to get it done in a decent amount of time. A plus 9 minutes, 5 seconds, Crush the Toys, limited rate psychosurgery here. And that's going to be it for weekly therapy number 39. And I can only assume that tomorrow morning, on Tuesday morning at 10 a.m., we're going to have a new weekly, which will be weekly number 40. So I will, of course, be covering that as well, whatever it ends up being. And then whenever the roadmap does drop, which was supposed to be before the end of the month, which is fast approaching. I assume it'll be within the next few days here, or at some point this week. I will cover that with a video review as well. And of course, be sure to tune into the live streams if you haven't already. I'll have a link down in the description to my Twitch and to my Discord if you'd like to join that for more notifications and just chatting with the community and stuff. Also, something I forgot to actually say at the end of the last video, which I apologize for, but thanks to all my channel members whose names are going to be popping up on the screen here. We don't actually have, I'll still have put the names at the end of the video, but we don't actually have anybody in the Reborn Reagent tier and above anymore, so there's no specific names to shout out. But again, big thank you to all you guys for your generous support. And of course, big shout out to my Twitch subs as well. You guys are really helping keep the channel going with the motivation and the support. So thank you guys again so much. Hope you enjoyed this weekly. Overall, it was okay. Not the most interesting weekly, and especially strange that we had these white boxes having an issue, but we'll see. Hopefully next weekly goes more smoothly in that regard, and there's not issues with the variators. We'll have to see what they throw at us, and yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to covering it for you guys. See you then. Peace out.